Hello, it's Dan Bunker here from United Learning's Ed Tech team, and today I want to have a look at the new Reflect functionality that's been added in to Class Notebook. You can see I've got a Class Notebook open here, and I've created a section in the content library called Reflect Polls. Now, the content library is the obvious place to put your polls because it saves having to distribute the work out to the children. They can all access the content library. And the good thing about the Reflect app and the privacy settings is once they've given their reflection, they can't see what the other pupils have responded with. So it's a perfectly safe way to push out your Reflect polls. So I've got my new section here called Reflect Polls. I created that by simply right-clicking and creating a new section. So I've got my section. I'm now going to add a page. You can see I've got a test one here called The Science of Plants, a learning review. Let's create a new page, this time for maths. I'm going to click on Add Page and we'll call it Column Edition Review. Now, maybe as part of this review you want to put some video material in. I've got a YouTube site here with a handy video about column edition which could be useful to put in at this point in the reflection. So I can copy that, and then in my class notebook I can just Control V, paste it in and enter, and the video is nicely embedded there. There's quite a lot of content that you can embed very successfully in OneNote, and we'll do another movie about that particular feature. But today we're looking at Reflect, and I want the children to review the video and then reflect on their understanding. So I'm going to my class notebook section where the new Reflect functionality is embedded, and I can see in the middle here I've got my Reflect polls. So I click on that, and down the right hand side I get my Reflect options. The first question I'm going to ask is about understanding the content, so I select that by clicking on it, and then I can just change the wording slightly. It says column edition review. I can just call it column edition and check their understanding of that. I'm going to add that check in to the page. That gets embedded just like the embedded video, and then there's a final one that I want to ask, and that's about their satisfaction with their own progress. So I'm getting the children to reflect on their own learning here. So I'm going to select that one and add that check-in to the page. So I've got 2 check-ins. You can add more if you want, but I think 2 is quite a good number there, just to get the pupils' opinion and giving pupils a voice about how they're progressing with their learning. Now let's see what that looks like from the child's perspective. I've got a login here into the same class notebook page, and I'm just going to refresh that page, and here's the Reflect that I've just created. And the first question is, how well do you understand it? Well, this child's kind of in the middle there, so they're going to submit that response. And how satisfied are they with their progress? Well, they're pretty pleased with their progress, and they're going to submit that. So you can see that the child gets to see just this feedback. They don't see anybody else's. They do have a chance to change their response if that's if they want to reflect on their reflection. Let's go back to the teacher view. Okay, now I've checked back in as a teacher. I may have to leave it just a few minutes for the back end of the system to update. And now we can see from the teacher's point of view, they're getting that feedback. They're seeing how their pupils have responded. And the pupils, remember, only see that they have responded. They don't see what the teacher sees, which is the developing results of that reflection. If you want to dig a bit deeper, you can click on Check-in Details. That takes you to the Reflect back end, and where you can see the particular kind of breakdown for your particular reflection. So there we have it. It's the Reflect polls in Class Notebook, a useful addition, and hopefully you'll be able to give your pupils a voice about how they're feeling about their work and the progress that they're making.